So today we're going to be working on this 1973 Volkswagen bus that hasn't been on the road as long as I've been alive. This is a 1973 Volkswagen Transporter. It used to be a Westfalia, but it has been stripped before I got it. And pop-up top is gone, as well as all the interior stuff. It's still got what I think is the original engine, and it is an automatic. And it does currently kind of run, but not very well at all, and will easily stall out. And the choke doesn't work, and you need to run on starting fluid, so it needs some stuff. So today we're gonna try to replace this fuel tank, rebuild the carburetor, and throw a new fuel pump in it, and see how it will run. You can see it's actually been upgraded to a 4-barrel, so we should have some more horsepower. And my favorite thing about this bus is it's an automatic. Not because I particularly like automatics, but because every other Volkswagen I have is a manual, so it'd be interesting to see what an automatic's like. It's also got boosted brakes, so I'm thinking it's gonna have a much more modern driving experience than some of the other older VWs I have. For some reason, previous owner threw some school bus seats in here, really have no idea why. And most of it's stripped, and he put this pretty rough looking primer on it, but definitely gonna repaint it because I don't like this. But first we gotta get it running, so we're gonna work on that today. First things first, we're gonna put this thing up in the air and check out the underneath of it. Let's take a look under this thing. Yeah, that's pretty typical. Ugh. Not great. Not horrible. Wheel bearing's fine. These need adjusted or replaced, probably. This one is bad. And that one's probably bad too. Let's see how the engine's looking. Is the engine leaking? No. Oh, these have oil filters. Wasn't sure if it was going to. Automatic transmission's leaking, that is no surprise. But overall, it's pretty solid. That's the most you can ask for in one of these. Definitely need new exhaust. It's doing nothing right now. Okay, let's see if we can disconnect the fuel tank. Gonna start by pulling this carb. All right, now we've got a few things out the way. Gonna see if we can pull these bolts that hold the fuel tank in from underneath before we put it down, and then put it back down, and I should be able to get the carburetor off from the top. We'll have that out the way. I think we gotta pull this bolt and another bolt over there. Ooh. All right, we got the carb off. So I was wrong the first time. I did not get the right bolts for the tank. So I'm gonna try to find them again. Finally found them. They were a lot farther out than I was looking for. It was right there. And there's one on the other side that I can also grab. Hopefully once we get those out, we can pull the straps for the tank and then pull the tank itself. I got those two nuts off. Unfortunately, it tried to twist up one of these straps. Let's see if we can straighten that back out. Now we can actually take out the fuel tank. Although I'm not sure if this is gonna be in the way. And if it is, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. I was able to get the fuel tank pulled forward and almost out, but definitely gonna need to remove the dipstick for the transmission in order to pull it all the way out. So I gotta see about doing that. So I discovered that really it's very hard to pull the fuel tank with the engine in the spot it's in. I tried moving the dipstick out the way for the transmission, and I did get it to move. And actually, that's not what I'm hung up on now, but the front of the engine is still too far up, and it just will not come through without me tearing stuff up. So I realized I can just loosen the mustache bar in the front of the engine and hopefully drop it down a few inches, and should give me the clearance I need to pull this gas tank out. That's not as much as I thought. All right, we'll try to see if that's enough. Finally got the fuel tank out. It was quite a bit of a struggle. Turns out if you twist it sideways, it's probably the easiest option. And I'm really glad I'm replacing this because it's probably seen better days. I almost thought to myself, I'm gonna put some gas in here, see if it works, but nope. So I've been having trouble getting the fuel sender to actually seal. I've been testing with the smoke machine because I've been burned before putting these in and realizing that it actually leaks from here. I tried a whole bunch of things, different O-ring and everything, but I'm gonna try some of this fuel resistant gasket maker to hopefully get it to seal right, but I think I have to wait a while for it to set up, unfortunately. We will see.
But it'll start going backwards, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Here we go.
Closer.
Huh?
Closer.
Yeah, it sounds like you want.
Got the fuel tank in.
Light work.
It was a bit of a wrestle. Finally got the straps tightened down. It was quite an ordeal. Had to use a long socket with a wobble extension on it. And luckily that was able to do it. Next thing is putting the fuel screener in, which is also going to be a bit hard, but hopefully we can get that in. And then we'll start putting the engine back together on the top end. Got the fuel tank screen in, got the fuel filter in, and got some lines ran. Put the carb on, gonna hook that up for the rest of the way. Get everything reconnected that wasn't connected, and we'll see what it does.
All right, let's see here. Hopefully we'll be able to get some fuel into the vehicle with this highly technical pump, which is me.
Let's just hope it doesn't end up on the floor.
It's coming out! Ooh. What's really coming out? You might want to look underneath.
Yeah. I can hear it going into the tank. We're not losing anything yet. All right, give it a shot.
We ready?
Yep. All right, nice. Now let me connect the fuel pump. Oh.
Good Lord, somebody got shot.
Might have got the firing order wrong. It's not too far off though.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it sounded like you did.
Give it a little bit more of a rev.
Huh? Oh! I was facing it at me and I looked good at it. Look at that thing going.
So that's it for this video. Got it running and driving for the first time in 25 years. Now we just got to figure out some brakes and make it run just a little bit better, but on the right track.